loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing 7 on Sunday. Sunday is a Goodreads group created by Grace from Swizzle, and I'll leave a link to both Grace's channel and the Goodreads group in the description box below. For December we have all the sort of 2021 wrap-up sort of styles. So the 4 topics are going to be new authors I've read in 2021, favourite characters of 2021, which I'm super excited for, favourite covers of 2021, and releases I haven't got to yet. So I'm super excited. Narrowing this down to 7 for each of these is just, oh no, so challenging. I am super excited though to talk through the ones that I've selected for each of these weeks. Let's talk about 7 new to me authors for this year. The first is Octavia Butler, and I read Kindred, and holy shit, this was brilliantly crafted. I'm so excited to pick up more of Octavia Butler's work. I just can see Octavia becoming a new favourite author with the way that they address particular topics, and their writing style is just so captivating and enthralling, and I just, holy shit. So for next year, I'm definitely going to make a priority to continue to read more of their backlist work. The other one that I don't have a physical copy of is Sarah Gailey, and I read Upright Women Wanted. So I knew that this was going to be one of my favorites out of her collection, and I'm so happy that I read it. It's Western Lesbian Librarians. It was brilliant. I really had a blast reading it, and I think it was really creative. I'm also curious to pick up the Echo Wife, even though I haven't heard it's as good, as well as a few other ones that have caught my attention throughout my time on BookTube. So they're definitely an author that I want to continue trying their work with. The next is Sabaa Tahir with an Ember in the Ashes. I read Ember in the Ashes and Torch Against Night, and I will definitely be finishing off the series next year. I am so excited to continue on with these. These characters are just so amazing, and I had so much fun in this world. As my heart was dying at the same time, it was just glorious all around. So I know that Sabaa Tahir is definitely one that I want to continue to finish off their series with. I do know that they have a contemporary book coming out called All My Rage, and I'm very curious to see how that one goes as well. Then I have Christina Henry, and I read Alice. I have quite a few of theirs, with their Little Red Riding Hood one and the next 2 in this with the Red Queen and the Looking Glass, I think. I'm also curious to read The Lost Boys, which is Peter Pan. I knew that Christina Henry was going to be an author that I fell for. I think the dark and twisty retellings are just perfection. They do not hold back, and I was not okay whilst reading it, but I definitely can see myself picking up all of their works and just enjoying the retellings that are so dark and twisty. Then I have A Quirky Mercy, which I read Pet by them this year. I am so keen for Bitter, which is Pet's mum's story. So I know that's coming out next year. I can't wait to get my hands on it. The cover looks beautiful. I also really want to read The Death of Vivek Oji, and I know there's another one, but I'm totally space cadetic on what it is. Freshwater. I'm really curious to get to those as well. So I can see A Quirky Mercy becoming a favourite author of mine, especially with the poignancy in which they write, and the topics that they tackle is just amazing, and it just, yes. Then I have Leah Johnson. I read You Should See Me in a Crown, and this was such a beautifully comforting book. I meant to get to Rise of the Sun, I think, the music festival one, but I just totally didn't get my hands on it, so it slipped my brain, and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't get to it. So that will be a high priority for next year, and I am so keen to pick it up. It looks like such a wonderful story. This was so wholesome and precious. I think I read it in February, and it sat with me throughout the year just as a narrative that is so wonderful. It is challenging as our protagonist is trying to get a scholarship so they can afford to go to an elite school that they want to, because they are wanting to push and make a better life for themselves, and then having their scholarship fall through and needing to find a new way to get another one. It's just really wonderful. Sapphic, and I love this so much. I was not prepared for how much of an impact this was going to have, but I'm so happy that it did. And like I said, I definitely want to pick up more Leah Johnson. And the last author is Candice Williams, who wrote Queenie, and holy shit, was not prepared. This just, it took me completely by surprise. I knew that I was going to enjoy it. I didn't know if I was going to love it or not because I wasn't sure if I was going to be the right audience to maximize this, but this is written for anyone and everyone. It does deal with our protagonist being black and a lot of different conversations that go with that, which personally not an experience, but it was so relatable and so well written that it didn't matter that it wasn't my experience. I could understand clearly what was happening and just feel for Queenie and her situation, and it was just marvelously done. And so I very much appreciate Candice, Carty, Williams. I know they have another one either come out or coming out. I need to double check, but I'm definitely going to pick that up eventually and get to it. So these are 5 out of the 7 new to me authors from this year, and I am so happy with the amount of new authors that I have picked up this year and absolutely loved, with these just being some of the absolute highlights. It was definitely super hard to narrow down this list to just 7, but as I was writing it, every time I wrote down a name, I was like, yes, definitely. I could have thought of a few others, but at the same time, I don't think it would have had the same impact on me. I know that not all of these were 5 stars, but the way that they unfold just certainly hit home, and I really appreciate it. I really want to keep expanding my reading and reading from new authors and just appreciating what is out there in the world, because there are so many amazing authors and I want to read all their stuff, and I just, it's so amazing. Let me know in the comments what was one or more of your favorite new authors to you from this year. Let me know, let me know, let me know. I am so happy with everything right now. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!